Hello everyone, this is Kuldeep from Gestisoft and welcome to a new video on Business Central. This is a very special video because I'm going to talk about the request for code functionality which has been developed by Gestisoft for Business Central users. Now, the request for code functionality allows you to manage your supplier vendors directly in Business Central. You can manually create a price request to send to multiple suppliers, compare the bids that you receive, and automatically generate the purchase order for the selected supplier. There are a lot of benefits that comes with using the RFQ request for code functionality in Business Central. Firstly, everything is done within the platform itself. So you've got complete process tracking, you have access to the structured comparison and traceability of your bids, and it saves you time and reduce errors. So before we get into it, just wanted to let you know that you guys have been a great support. So thank you. Keep liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. It's really appreciated. Okay, let's get into the video. You can come up here, click on the search, and look up for request for code. So once you've downloaded the request for code add-on and configured it into your Business Central environment, it will automatically appear here when you search for it. So you click on it and we are going to create a new one. Go ahead and click on new up here. And this is where you will be able to input all the information about the item that you are looking for from your suppliers. So let's just say for this example, you are looking for water pumps. Click on water pump here, the location code, let's say you want it at that location. Then you will see you have the request quantity. Let's put 10 here and the request delivery date, let's put 31st of October. So this is where you put all the information about the item that you are looking for from your suppliers. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and click on functions and click on create codes. And this will give you a list of suppliers, pre-selected suppliers that you can choose from. Now, these suppliers have been selected because you've already configured them in your vendor list and you've already said that these suppliers are either your favorite suppliers or the ones that you deal with the most, and also are the one who can provide you with a specific item that you are looking for. Now, let's just say you have other suppliers that you want to include in the list, but they are not here, they are not pre-selected. You can go ahead and click on the Add Additional Vendors up here, and it will open up the list of all of your suppliers, and you can choose another specific supplier from here. Now, let's go back here. Now we can see we got the three suppliers that we can choose to send the request for codes. So we can go ahead and select all three of them. And once you've done that, you click on the carry out request for codes up here, and it will send out the request for codes to those suppliers automatically. Now, when you click on the line here, click on purchase code line, you will have access to all of the requests that you've made to the specific suppliers. Now, once you've got the response from your suppliers and they've come back to you based on the request that you've made to them, you can come here and fill it with all of the information that they've sent you back. So let's just say for the first one, eco response, we can click on the purchase code here and it will open up this window where you can input all of the information that you've received from that specific supplier. The first information that is important for you to include is the direct unit cost. So this is a price that the supplier has told you that they can sell you that specific item for. So let's just say this one is 250, and then the promised receipt date is if they can meet with the requirement that you set out when it comes to the requested date for your item. So let's just say they've agreed that yes, they can do it on the 31st of October. And the tax group, this is a taxable item. And then we also have the line discount. This is if your supplier is going to give you any specific discount based on that specific item, and you can include it here. So once you've included all of that information, you can go ahead and close it, and you will see here, so if you scroll down and scroll to the right, all of those information has already been added for that specific supplier. Now you can go ahead and do the same for the rest of your suppliers. So let's just say for this one, the direct cost, let's just say is 300. So then the promise date is 31st. This is a taxable item. And let's just say the discount, they've agreed to a 15% discount. So you will see that the price has been automatically calculated here based on the line discount that you've input. And you can go ahead and close it, and you will see that the information right here. And let's go ahead and do for the last one. Let's just say this one, the unit cost is 300. The promise date is after your desired date. This is a taxable item and you've got no discount, so you can go ahead and close it. So you can see now this is a comparative table that I was talking about earlier in the video, where you can have all the information at your fingertips right here so that you can make the final decision based on all the data that you have. And so you can see the promised delivery date, you can see the direct unit cost, and also if you've got any discount and the final total price that it will cost you for that specific item. So let's go ahead and select the specific vendor. So let's just say we've chosen to go ahead with the first one, EcoResponse. Once you've selected that vendor here, you can go ahead and click on accept, and this will lock, which means that you've now locked down the supplier that you are going for when it comes to the purchase of that specific item. So you can close this here. And once you've sure with your decision, you can go ahead and click on make order up here, and this will create the purchase order automatically in Business Central. So as you can see, we've already made the order, so this option is no longer available. So if you go online and you click on the purchase code lines once again, you will see this one has been turned into a green. So you've got now the purchase order number, and you can click on it and it will open. Here we go. So this is a purchase order, and you can come here, input other details that you want for that specific purchase order. And as for the other requests that you've made to the suppliers, they are not completely lost. They've actually been input into the archive section, so you can always have access to them if you want to check them out again in the future. So here we have it, guys. This is a quick and simple video on how the request for code add-on can be used on Business Central. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.